Welcome to Advisors on Growth. I'm your host, Derek Collin. In today's episode, we have the co-founder and CTO, Chief Technical Officer at FluidCloud. How you doing today?
Hi, Derek. Nice to meet you. I'm doing good.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us on Advisors on Growth, Harshit. It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you so much, Derek. And yeah, really great opportunity here. Really excited to talk to you as well.
Awesome. So can you share a bit about your background, your role, and how it fits into the bigger picture over at FluidCloud?
Sure, yes. My background, I started my career as any regular software engineer, where as a boy I always dreamed of like I'm going to change the world with my coding skills, and I always wanted to be a like magician, but with my thick fingers I'm not great at like sleight of hand and stuff like that. So I thought, okay, let me do coding and create magic like through technology. And that's where my passion for coding, my passion for technology always like got exponentially increased. And I happen to have a career where I always looked for opportunities, never said no. And here it is. I am 12 years in the industry experience in the software world, and very excited to build Fluid Cloud. We have filed multiple patents at this point in time, the technology which we have built here, and really excited to show what we have built for the world.
Very cool. And you guys are headquartered throughout the United States as well?
Yes, we are headquarters in Pleasanton, California. We have another office based out of India, but we handle customers globally. Like we have customers from Europe. We are talking to somebody from Australia and US companies. So yeah, we are a global company.
Oh, wow. Sounds like you guys are growing and expanding and bringing on new talent and expanding your operations. That's really good.
Yes, we are starting. We picked and raised 8 million as seed funding last year, and we are like ready to go expand ourselves and then show to the world what we are doing.
Very cool. Is there another round? Are you guys said seed, so you're going into Series A?
Oh yes. We are in talks. We are currently like in active discussions with some of the investors at this moment, and we have great interest, but we are just filling in some of those check boxes before Series A. Because we believe we don't want to like just pick funding, raise money for the sake of raise money. We want to make sure that hey, as soon as any investor comes and invests in us, the next day the money is multiplied 2x, 3x, 5x, whatever it is. So we have currently actively going on with multiple POCs with some customers, with our partners, and as soon as that converts into like some customers, we hit a certain threshold. We have a very aggressive target for ourselves for this year. As soon as that hits that revenue target, then we are going to go ahead with some fundraising, and you'll hear some news from Fluid Cloud.
That's good. So it's about the infrastructure, the foundation, and the delivery market for Fluid Cloud. The actual product itself is what's important versus the money. That way, when you get the funding, you can easily deploy and see a good return on investment.
Yes, definitely. I might want to give you some background about Fluid Cloud, what exactly it does. Fluid Cloud is a cloud cloning platform. Like people do manage or like you use any of those public clouds infrastructure they deploy on private like VMware or Nutanix, OpenShift. There are hundreds of options are there available. But when the infrastructure grows really complicated over a period of time, and then there's they start hitting limitations, they start hitting some roadblocks, then there's always a requirement, either merger or acquisition happened, or there is some strategic investment or partnership, or you don't get the full potential of the cloud, or you're getting like roadblocked with innovation. So then you tend to try another cloud providers, another like if I'm not getting something on my cloud provider, I might go and get those resources or get greater deals in other clouds. So that kind of becomes a huge roadblock for anybody to now go and replicate that same infrastructure, which has taken years in development to start from scratch in another cloud. And this whole process has been very heavily dominated by consulting companies, which we are here to change. We have built a whole product out of it. So you don't need any additional DevOps teams for other cloud. We can use Fluid Cloud, where Fluid Cloud can just discover and replicate the active running infrastructure from one cloud to another. A typical migration process which takes 9 months can be reduced down to a week or two using Fluid Cloud without any external people no external people. Your internal teams, no additional people can do that. So you get full control and you save a lot of time.
So what differentiates you from other cloud services? You guys have clients, active clients. You guys have partnerships. Is there any big names out there we should know about that you work with, and why it's important?
Oh yes, that's definitely. So we do support 8 cloud providers. We have AWS, Azure, GCP, Oracle Cloud, Vultr Cloud, OVHcloud, Nutanix, and VMware. And you can think of moving from any to any cloud provider which we support can be treated as a source or a target. You can literally move from one cloud to another, or you can replicate your infrastructure, like bring your own cloud. A lot of customers, they have to support their private deployments to their customers in the customer's cloud, right? So this is what we offer. And out of these 8 cloud providers, we are partners with 2 of them, and actually like six of them. Some of them are not announced, and some of them are already announced on our social media and our LinkedIn handle and stuff like that. But yeah, out of 8, 6 of them are like by using us.
Why is it important for someone to move their the infrastructure of their data to another platform? The ease of use, is it because the mechanics behind it? Is there certain operations or bottlenecks and frustrations?
Why is it difficult to move?
Why is it important? Why does
Okay.
someone need FluidCloud?
Oh,
Yeah.
So you would need FluidCloud. You would need to move your data or to use other clouds for many reasons. Some of them are, let's say you are a big company, you big enterprise, and you acquired a startup or some small company. Now that acquisition would take months to integrate because the company would have a different cloud. Or let's say you, as a company where you provide a solution where and that solution, some of your customers require a private installation. They cannot use your SaaS, so you have to give them a private build for them to deploy on their cloud, and they do the managed deployments on your behalf. So that way,
Yeah.
if you have a solution working on AWS and your customer comes from Azure, you have to build and develop your application which works on Azure. If a customer comes from GCP, you have to make sure that your application works on GCP. If you have a customer on OCI, you have to do that. Now imagine this is just one version of your application, and then the next version of upgrade of your application, now you have to test it out in all 3 clouds because you have customers who are using on all 3 clouds. Another reason to use FluidCloud, or where you have to move from one cloud to another, is a lot of pressure are there for companies to use a lot of AI, and most of the enterprises are going ahead with their own custom fine-tuned models, which they don't want to use any public LLMs. They want to just customize it so that they can provide more value for their customers. How do you do that? You need GPUs. Now imagine if you are on one particular cloud, that cloud provider is not able to provide you GPUs instantly. They are 8 months, 6 months of wait list. You can't wait 6 months just to get GPUs and then do your development cycle, right? So what do? You go to another cloud where you have GPUs. But in order to use that, then you have to replicate other services. Your storage is in one cloud, your GPUs are here, your Kubernetes cluster in another cloud. So then you need a full stack replication of all your services in the other cloud as well. So there you go. No need to wait and to change your cloud. Just go and use FluidCloud, replicate it in another cloud, and use it.
Okay. Yeah, so it sounds like that's very convenient, especially when people have large data banks, and if there's a merger or acquisition and they need to transfer that over to a specific cloud service that they're used to using, FluidCloud is the solution.
Yes, that's correct.
That's very cool. And are you the DevOps or part of that in terms of building out the technology behind this? Is there any AI integrated into this?
Yes, I have explored DevOps. That's part of my background in my last startup, last company where I was a founding engineer. And we built a product. It was a cloud security product. The company name was Accurics, and it got acquired by Tenable for 160 million in 2 years. Now, so people do deploy things on cloud, and then after the deployment, they have to do a lot of security analysis and the security audit and compliance report, right? SOC 2, HIPAA, there are various benchmarks. So 6 years ago, No, not even 6, like now 7 years ago in 2019, we came up with an idea of, hey, shift left of your cloud. Like people do deploy on cloud, but they have some kind of an automation, a script, an infrastructure as code which is a fair representation of your cloud, how it is going to be. So you deploy and then run the security analysis on the running cloud, wherein we brought the concept of doing the security analysis on your configuration itself. So you save a lot of time on doing the audit report or compliance report later on and fixing them. So during that time, I had explored DevOps, because this whole providing security for the DevOps industry, that was there, and that was very fascinating. It was a great learning where I actually learned a lot about the DevOps practices and stuff. So, and when we got acquired by Tenable, we spent 6 to 8 months just to move our AWS account to Tenable's AWS account. So that's what gave the idea, hey, how many mergers and acquisitions keeps on happening every year, right? And every time, every single acquisition goes with the same story. After the acquisition, they spend months just to move things from one cloud to another. And that's it.
Awesome. Yeah, I love that. Very cool story, man. So what major shifts like are you seeing in your industry right now?
Oh, it's actually crazy. I mean, infrastructure, the DevOps industry has seen a lot of disruption in last 2 years. Just to give you a name a few, VMware is the OG cloud, like the most adopted, private cloud solution. So there are two types of clouds, right? Private and public. Private clouds, which are like generally used by banks and financial institutions and a lot of many organizations. VMware was the best one out of them, and that got acquired by Broadcom in 2023. 23 or 24, I don't exactly remember. I'm losing track of time. But when they got acquired and then after the acquisition, first thing they did is they killed that product. They said, hey, it's end of life. It's no longer supported. And suddenly there's a whole world who's using VMware. They said, you can't do this. Like then Broadcom increased the prices like 10x. So today you're paying $10 per unit price. Now suddenly your prices are $100 per unit price. There are some organizations like manufacturing industries which work on very low margin profit, right? And then suddenly with this, it is going to like kill those businesses, right? So there is no alternative. The other example is in the public cloud, the Terraform, which is the most widely used infrastructure configuration, automation tool. HashiCorp announced that, hey, it is no longer free. It was an open source. It was free to use. Suddenly they said in 2024, this is no longer free. You have to pay. There was a huge backlash in the whole market, like, hey, you can't use. And then because it was now paid, people came up with some alternatives to start using. But then again, you have your whole pipelines, everything set up. You have to like still do some effort to now change all those automation to the newer configuration, right? And last year, all the 4 major clouds, AWS, Azure, GCP, and OCI, all 4 of them had a global level outage. When in October AWS outage happened, a lot of companies like Perplexity, ChatGPT, a lot of companies got affected by that. Guess what? If you have an excellent BCDR, the disaster recovery strategy, the whole cloud is down. I can't do anything. Like I'm just sitting like duck here waiting for when the cloud is up and my services are up, right? So people have seen a lot of disruption, and then they have realized this in particular market, like it's very limited, options, very limited options for resiliency, very limited options for portability. So that's what FluidCloud stands for, like ultimate cloud resilience or cloud portability. Do whatever you want. Use whatever cloud of your choice. Yeah.
Yeah. Gives them the power, more control.
Yes.
Data. Yeah.
Yes.
I love that. It's disruptive for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. So, for entrepreneurs or businesses that are out there listening, what would you like them to know? What's unique in terms of FluidCloud? They want to sign up.
Oh, they want to try FluidCloud as you just go ahead. You come to our website, fluidcloud.com. Application is hosted on app.fluidcloud.com. Just go, try, sign up. You might have to contact us. We are oversubscribed today. We have just come to a waitlist, but you can reach out to any of us on FluidCloud. Use my first name, Harshit, at fluidcloud.com, and then we can actually expedite that. So once you have your trial up and your account is enabled, just go and try it out. add your accounts, use it, and then let us know. It's purely seamless and intuitive. We don't lock you in any of your clouds, in any of our formats. We give you Terraforms, we give you all the IAC you need.
Awesome. So what's working well for you right now in business, and what's been frustrating?
Oh, okay. So what's working in our business right now is basically the technology which we have, because it every time it works. Like, just customer one comes, just tries out, and they are just amazed. Like, within seconds, we take the infrastructure snapshot and then it's just working. So that's good to know. We have like on instantly, like, within 15 minutes, we hear reactions like, oh my god, this feels like magic, this is great, it's super impressive. All the customers, whenever they try it out, they're just happy. Now, what's frustrating is skepticism. We are coming up with super crazy claims, like a 9 months project can be reduced down to like a week. Nobody can believe that. Like, who are you guys? Like, why are you guys able to solve this? Right? The world leaders have not able to solve this. It's a 20-year-old problem. Like, I can't believe this. And some people have tried, they have failed it miserably. Now they think nobody can solve this. But here, so we have a lot of skepticism actually around. But we do have some customer success stories as well. Yeah, at this point of what I would just say, come try it out. You will not believe until you see it. So just please go ahead and try, use FluidCloud and let us know if we are able to amaze you or not.
Where do you want FluidCloud to be in the next 6 to 12 months from now as you expand?
Oh, in next 6 to 12 months, I want FluidCloud to be like, powering every migrations. Like, just like Intel, you remember the Intel laptops, like, got its Intel inside. So any migrations happen would be powered by FluidCloud. We are in talks with like all these major cloud providers who are using internally, and they are actually testing out our product today. And they are getting some customers using us, and then moving things from one cloud to another. Once it goes and logged in, the partnerships are logged in, we are officially the partners, and then everything is there. Then we'll see FluidCloud will be becoming one of those tools to be used in migrations and moving things from one cloud to another. So we are going to come up with powered by FluidCloud tagline.
Powered by FluidCloud.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe one day, FluidCloud, maybe the Optimus robots will be powered by FluidCloud, and to remove your data and the memory from your robot to a new robot.
Yeah. Sure. Yes. Yeah.
Hypothetically speaking, of course. But yeah, that's very cool. I love it. Yeah. So there's a use case for everything. You never know, right?
Yes, that's correct. Yes.
That's good. So you mentioned the goal for FluidCloud in the next 6 to 12 months or beyond is, as you guys expand, is to be, FluidCloud, optimized for specific use cases for different companies or technologies, to where it has, FluidCloud inside, which is always a good thing, especially for branding. How would you keep up with that demand once that starts to unfold? I know you guys have lots of clients now, and you're expanding into US and in different regions and different areas throughout the globally. What are you guys bringing on, new engineers or DevOps or customer support? What does that look like?
Sure. Yes. As I said, we are actually currently in discussions with raising our next round. We have plans for expanding. We have great engineers today, and we would like to open the requirements, or like as an opportunity to the whole world. Like, hey, if you think it's a cool company or cool product to work on, please come join us. We are going to expand our team. Especially, we need a lot of help on like non-technical side of things. Like, we don't have any sales guy. We have just one marketing guy, no account executives, no customer support. Today, like, we are all engineers, just super aggressively doing. I'm wearing multiple hats at this point in time, but that is definitely open. We first we are going to expand our marketing, then we are going to expand our partnerships positions. Then somebody would come to just start handling accounts, then customer support. And we are always open to engineers. Like, we have had like 25 engineers. It's a 30 people company team, but all of the engineers are like, most of the engineers are through referrals. Like, you have worked with someone whom you like, let us know, we are happy to, like, because you can't know if someone is great, good or bad until you have worked with them. And if you have worked with them, you know that's a great engineer. Please come join us, please refer us, and we are happy to, like, onboard. We are always open to all the great engineers in the world, and let's build something cool. So that's what FluidCloud. And we are going to hire more and more people. You're going to hear soon, because we are starting our new expansion plans from next month onwards.
Oh, next month. Awesome. Yeah, that's very cool. Yeah, that means you're contributing to jobs in the marketplace and helping with economic growth, and that's always a good thing, right?
Yes.
So thank you so much, Harshit, for joining us on the Advisors on Growth podcast. It's been a pleasure. For those of you who want to check out the website, that's fluidcloud.com. Just go to fluidcloud.com and check out the website, because it's fluid. And be sure that you look up Harshit. He's also located, has a profile on LinkedIn if you want to check out his background, if you need to reach out to him for any reason. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and leave us a comment. Thank you. Thank you so much, Harshit, for joining us on Advisors on Growth.
Thank you so much, Derek. That it was great, speaking with you. It was so much fun. I enjoyed it.
Awesome. Thank you. Pleasure.